There was a show that came out this past year, one of my favorite documentaries. It's called The Last Dance. It was a chronicle of the Chicago Bulls championship run. You had a very impressive cameo in that, and it was a great story, but in the spirit of Hollywood, a lot of that ended up on the editing room floor. Talk about your cameo and what that was, and the essence of the '98 Bulls.
Well, that was great. I mean, I was lucky enough to actually get to know Michael Jordan a little bit because I was shooting the movie Baby's Day Out in Chicago.
Oh yeah.
And Michael there was the heyday of the Bulls, and his charity was having a big charity function, and they asked me if I would host it.
Oh,
wow.
Since
I was in town.
Right.
So I was able to go to the hotel where they had it, and of course got to meet Michael and hear him basically. Just beat up on Patrick Ewing, who was a friend of his.
I'm sure. Oh yeah.
But, God,
no.
Michael just punished
He was a roaster.
him.
He was a roaster.
He really roasted the hell out of him. But that was a great experience. And then well, I think the story I recount on the Last Dance, where I talk about how I'm shooting a movie now in Toronto.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And this was the year that the Bulls. That year.
They won 72. That was 95,
yeah,
96.
72. So I'm up there making this movie. Now I find out that the general manager of the Toronto Raptors is Isaiah Thomas, who I hated as a player because he was with the Pistons. But I also knew he had gone to St. Joseph's High School outside Chicago.
That's right.
Now in the 60s, in Westchester. So I was in a band in the 60s. And we used to occasionally play at St. Joe's High School. So I thought to myself, this could be my in with Isaiah. And I told our publicist on the movie, I said, call Isaiah or let them know that Joe Mantegna would love to be able to see, because the Bulls were going to be in town to play the Raptors.
That's right.
I'd love to, if I could just get tickets to see the game, it'd be so great. And mention that to Isaiah that maybe I'm a fan of St. Joe's High School. Well, sure enough, they said, oh, he'd love to meet you. He wants to give you his seats. So I go and meet Isaiah. I'm in his office. We reminisce about St. Joseph's High School. He gives me these courtside seats. Perfect.
Thousands of dollars.
Oh, yeah. And we're in the Sky Dome because they haven't even built their regular place. So now and the place is jammed because you figure they want to see the Bulls. These are the best show in town.
Absolutely.
So I'm thinking, this is great. I already know Jordan. I had met Phil Jackson. I figured the Worms playing. This is after the game. We'll all get together. We'll have a beer.
How cool.
We'll celebrate. Once again, we're moving toward the greatest year of basketball teams ever had. As it turned out, it was one of those games that the Bulls wound up
One of the 10 losses.
One of the 10 losses.
And it was to Toronto, who was an expansion team. That was the first year of basketball in Canada.
And as I saw them walk off the court, I knew that the beer, everything was fading into the sunset. That
There's going to be no postseason.
This ain't going to happen.
No post-game.
The Worm got thrown out of the game. I mean, it was just the worst. As I'm walking off the court like this, heading to my car, whatever, I see Isaiah, who's got a smile from here to here going, Joe Mantegna, you can have my seats anytime you want them when the Bulls are in town.
What a story.
And so I thought, well, okay. Still, it was a good year.